Hello everyone, welcome back to another round of Connections. We're going to solve Connections for August 11, 2023. And of course, as always, as soon as I'm done, we will see the updated results, which will take us through unspecified quantities. Let's read off the board. We've got Barbie, West, Faculty, Crikey, Oppenheimer, Bush, Einstein, Gift, Match, Selling Mate, Feynman, Genius, Hawking, Moot, and Flair. Okay. First thing that looks like the obvious one would be like summer blockbuster movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer. However, I immediately notice that falls short. A day late and $1 short because I don't see any other summer blockbuster movies. So I think what we're really looking at is, and this is so funny because I literally had a few weeks ago in one of my thumbnails, because I had a couple little of my own connections that I created, physicists, okay? Notably those who were involved in the atomic bomb. So Oppenheimer, Einstein, Feynman, and then I don't know if Hawking was involved, but I think it's just fair to say that these are famous physicists. Okay, so we're looking at Stephen Hawking, Richard Feynman, obviously Albert Einstein, and J. Robert Oppenheimer. I do think I nailed that one. Let's hit submit. Bam. Okay, theoretical physicists. Fair enough. Okay, so now that brings us back to Barbie. Because Barbie is, I believe, a grill in Australia. So mate would be another Australian word. Crikey. And the bush for the outback. So we could call these maybe like Australian words. Keep it simple. Pow! Next. I see a bunch of synonyms for brilliance, namely genius, flair, gift, right? He has a gift, and he has a faculty for doing advanced calculations. So something like synonyms for being super smart, something like that. Pow! Okay, we'll settle for talent. I admit that was a little bit off, but let's face it. I mean, genius typically refers to like, how smart you are. Okay. Selling, I see exactly what this is. Selling point, it's a moot point. You can attend West Point Military Academy and Match Point. I'm not exactly sure about that one, but I'm pretty sure we're looking at points. Pow! 5 for 5. Absolutely perfect. That was one of my fastest ever, guys. But sadly, we did not do it in the difficulty order, right? I got the blue and the green reversed. I'll have to put in an extra point, I think, maybe for the next competition, for those who can put it in the correct difficulty order. That would be kind of funny. All right, let's take a look at the results. That was probably one of my best solves ever, at least in terms of the speed. Aranye continues to be... Oh, let me just move this over a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit covered, but I don't think you guys would mind. Actually, I think I can move myself. There we go. Aranye continues to be the dominant force that we have to reckon with, again, a perfect score on unspecified quantities. Next up is Jason, with only 2 points behind. Zepp Girl is at 36. Martin Steed, Salad Von Balco, both at 35. Is very good. Cable Wires at a 34. Me, Rise to the Equation at a 33, along with Viking. Welcome, Viking. Pat Markland is at a 31. Michelle Lamb at a 30. I think right now the folks who are in the 30s have the best chance of maybe, winning this. Although I really think it will be Aranye, and it's going to be a race for second place. That would be my guess. A race for second and third. But don't give up, guys. You never know. Brandon Baker, 29. Melanie Lee, 29. Randy M, 29. Dora A, 28. Ellen Sassani and Geraldo with 27s. And Cheryl Fezenden with a 26. And again, guys, please, if you see a red 0, let me know if it should be a regular 0, in which case you just didn't get it. You lost all your guesses, or if that's just not correct and I didn't see a result. Let's move to the next screenshot worth of results. And let's look at the folks who are at the second tier score. That would include T. Clark with a 25, D-Bone Capone with a 24, Edward Collins with a 24, Ascension with a 23, Crispy P with a 21, G3 Holiday with a 21, BMS Houston with a 19, Connor Clark with an 18, The Bonehead with an 18, Joe with a 17, GeoHuman with a 16, Mata Muertes with a 14, Ella Enchanted 13, Memphis Muir 8, Robert House 8, Forshaken 7, App Guy 6, and I think and then Ald Fouter 0. Guys, I can see that some of you have started to not necessarily lose interest, but maybe just realize that you might not be really in the hunt for, one of the top 10 or something. Please don't give up. It disheartens me to see all those zeros. It really does. I had trouble with this game initially, but just like, Wordle, if you keep playing it, you will see there's a lot of strategy. There is. And there's always, I think, going to be at least two categories that you absolutely know. Once you get rid of the extra category that doesn't really belong, you can figure out the other two. You might burn a couple guesses, but please don't give up, guys. I would love to see the majority of the players stick in this game. And again, do let me know if those were, if you did report your results and those are actual zeros, or if we need to update them to an actual score. So there you have it, guys. A pretty sweet job today. I think that once people get over the little hump with the Barbenheimer craze, you'll be fine. Okay. And incidentally, I saw Barbie yesterday. And I saw Oppenheimer when it first came out on July 21st. Barbenheimer. Oppenheimer is definitely the superior of the two movies. There's no denying it. I have to say that Barbie was slightly disappointing, although I really went because we're talking about Margot Robbie here, right? By the way, that's probably what made them go for those Australian terms, since she herself is Australian. But it was a little bit depressing, I think, the movie. I felt really bad for Ken, played by Ryan Gosling, and I felt like ultimately the point of the movie is that men and women have to stay separated, because there was no reconciliation between the two. It was honestly, it was a somewhat depressing movie. There were some parts that were pretty cool, and the set design was amazing and all that, but the plot was somewhat convoluted. And I ended up leaving the theater feeling a bit depressed. Like, I think the message is that it's almost like, men and women are not meant to be together. It was very, very depressing. Let me know, guys, if you agree or disagree, if you've seen this movie. Also, what else? Just let me know how you guys did. And here's a little bit of trivia for you. Of those four theoretical physicists, which was the one that was not involved in the Manhattan Project? See if you can let me know. Put it in the comments. Maybe I'll give you a bonus point. And with that in mind, guys, yes, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for yet another round of Connections.